and Cincinnati. It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gauden. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
And that one into the end zone for an opening touchback. The Bengals set and ready to go on offense, leading the charge out of LSU. Joe Burrow, the #1 overall pick back in April.
When you read off Joe Burrow's numbers his last year at LSU, they almost don't even seem correct. I mean, 76% of his passes complete. That's the second best all-time at the collegiate level. Ended up throwing 60 touchdown passes, accounted for 65 touchdowns, and only threw 6 interceptions and won a national championship. Joe Burrow is not just a terrific player. He has that it factor as well, and that's what they're counting on in Cincinnati.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He was looking for John Ross that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. First time we get to see this Baltimore offense here, and feast your eyes on the Maddden cover man, Lamar Jackson, taking the field, ready to lead them at quarterback.
And to me, he's one of the 2 most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football, yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 31. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson now. Flush to his right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. First down, Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game. Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. With a catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On the delay, it's Mixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
It's 2nd and
well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
on the stop.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
5-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Jackson will throw again. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And as things start to come into focus here in the final weekend, their future still up in the air. Currently in possession of the 5 spot, but could fall entirely out of the postseason if this final day does not go their way.
Yeah, look, partner, most teams at this stage, you're not worried about your playoff seeding. You're worrying about being in the playoffs. So it doesn't matter whether it's number 5, 3, 7, whatever. If they win, they get in, and they'll worry about the rest of it after that.
The 31.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers. Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was tackled.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bengals nothing.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got Green. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating when we have to make the call, they already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Now for the point after is Randy Bullock. And that one makes it 14-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And these guys locked into that number 1 seed. That's been a foregone conclusion for a while now. The question on everyone's mind, can they finish the regular season a perfect 16-0?
And it all comes back to philosophy of the organization, philosophy of the head coach, and, of course, the locker room itself. What do the players want to do? And I think what most teams would do in this situation is approach it, let's win every game, but let's be smart about doing it. So it doesn't mean that they're going to go all out if indeed they do need to rest a few people.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
28-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He finds an opening past the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, Ingram. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
26-yard line.
On second down, it's Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 16-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run here with Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
J.K. Dobbins. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On second down, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Burrow. He'll have a first down past the 40. as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First down. Here's Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 34-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Tucker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Ravens' 23-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Brings up 2nd.
To the air again, Burrow. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This one from 35 yards away. And Bullock will put this one through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
28, Bengals 10.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
First and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 20.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll start with a rivalry that has been quite one-sided in recent years, as Pittsburgh is on the road at Cleveland. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Ben Roethlisberger has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Cole Beasley, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Michael Thomas, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Randy Bullock to kick
The
off.
final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's second and a yard. They'll go again with Dobbins. They find some open field here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 10. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
A gain of 40.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
15-yard line.
Again, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, his second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Good.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Burrow's pass.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a second down.
Gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A draw play for Mixon. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
37-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Burrow on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times That ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. It's really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Again, it's Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Bullock's kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game.
35. Bengals 13.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Dobbins on the carry for Baltimore.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle.
Complete to Nick Boyle. A gain of 21 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd down, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Complete to Willie Snead.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Down Baltimore.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
The tackle.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Ravens on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Play action. It's Jackson looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Ravens on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Jackson on 1st down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. DJ Reader in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 21.
And now back out comes the offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
40-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
To Joe Mixon. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. From midfield now, Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
Burrow's pass.
Give him 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 6.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down, here's Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
A big loss.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it, yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
C.J. Uzama.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Burrow's pass intended for C.J. Uzama.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Bengals grab it. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less designed runs like that. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
At the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
4th down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The first throw for the backup, Griffin. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Here's Griffin. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
7 at the 32-yard line.
This one up to about the 38. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They run it again with Hill. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.